that they have granted us the space for the remainder of the year. So through November, and then again for our party, we'll find a venue to go and have some fun at. So I'm going to be moving along really fast today because we've got a packed day full of show and tell. We've got our panel that we're doing a little bit later in the program. I got a bunch of announcements to share, so we're just going to cruise right along. Before we dive into everything, though, I want to welcome anybody this is their first visit with PortLUG, joining us for a meeting. Welcome. Let's see your hands if you're willing to throw them up there. Okay, a couple of you. Well, I already got to meet Alex. So Alex in the back here on the wall. Alex, tell us.
I'm over here.
Yes. Tell us what you like to build.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of Lego all my whole life, but I recently got back into it by this way I do projects for kids. I take their old jumbled up sets, like so, all in boxes and in bags and whatever, and I extract out sets from them, anywhere from 95 to 100%. And then I give them back to the kids as bag sets ready to be rebuilt again. So really cool way of doing Lego. If you want to find me on Instagram, it's Lego Extractor, Lego_. And so I'm here to meet some of the people in the community and talk to them. If anybody has one of those people who has a basement full of Legos that they don't want to mess with, I'm your guy.
Thank you, Jenny. Can I ask one of you guys to close that door, please? Thank you. So we don't disturb the shoppers out there. Yeah. And I saw another hand over here. Where was it? Right here. Can we get your name and tell us what you like to build? Jen?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome, Jen.
I've just gotten started in the last couple of months. I've worked with Lego before, so I'm just kind of experimenting and discovering and yeah.
Great. We're done. Yeah, we've got a program scheduled for later today that will maybe give you some inspiration in building some new stuff.
Can I ask, how did you get started if you don't recently got started?
I attended a program through a library called Bricks for Better Brains. And
The Longwood County Library?
yes, yes, at
Oh, that
Library.
was that with Molly?
Natalia.
Oh, Natalia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I immediately loved it.
Awesome.
I've never done Lego before, and I was like,
That's great. Okay, for the folks that are just rolling in, we're already underway, so please go ahead and grab a seat. All right, so like I said, we're going to keep things pretty tight today, but I do have a question for you this month. So, as always, but it seems like especially recently, Lego's been throwing a ton of brand new parts at us. New designs, new colors. What are you guys seeing in the new parts that are coming out there that you really like and are incorporating into your builds as solutions for things that you might have, run into barriers with, maybe as far as slopes or angles or connections or hinges or whatever. So what's working for you guys as far as new parts coming out? In the back.
I think technically the part released last year, but it's that new, variant of that octagonal, bar plate, or the 2x2 has the bars on the outside of it. It's the version where it's round and it has the thinner bars. I think that's technically released last year, but I only had my first experience with it in the last month or so. I think it would be good for pine trees. Oh. Because you can stack a bunch of them up and it'll help keep the leaves centered. Like if you use a 1x1 plate with a horizontal clip, and you put a leaf on it, you can get them around that tree and make it really smooth.
Oh, that's good to know. Maybe something our landscaping expert can add to our program. Anybody else? New parts?
3x3 tile curved piece.
3x3 curved tile. Oh, the macaronis.
Yeah. Finally filled that gap.
And always.
Yeah. Is it only in black?
No, they come in the light gray at least.
Light gray? There's
A few of them.
They've modified the cheese slope to make it 2 low instead of 1 in light blue gray on the Enterprise, and it's still got the solid top. Boy, Enterprise.
So there's 1x3 cheese slopes now too. We're making even longer than smart.
You're talking longer ones though, like the door stopper shaped one, right? Yeah.
I think they call it like a ring top with a 1x1 round stud with the clip on the gun.
Oh,
Yeah, finally, you know, kind of fast.
A lot of new section options. Anybody else? Cool new parts. Andrew?
I have not hands on one yet, but it's also done the cheese slope except it's got 2 inches instead of the inlet one, it's down. And I believe there's also a round number, the 1x1.
And they're doing corner cheese slopes now too. I think they're only in like what 1 or 2 sets right now.
The helicarrier, I think, has got them.
Yeah. They're coming more. Yana.
Just wanted to shout out the new warm pink and blue violet colors.
New colors are always welcome. Although all those new colors are dictating new drawers in all of our organizations. So it's kind of a mixed bag there. Anybody else? Take 1 or 2 more. Okay. Oh, right here.
All the new flowers
All the new
and
flowers.
things that can be used for flowers. It's kind of nice.
Tons of new flowers and leaf pieces. Lots of botanical and landscaping stuff. It's always fun. All right, well, thanks everybody for sharing. Of course, always, continue to share out there online through our Discord and other social channels, what you're finding out there, what's working for you, and what can help others with their builds. So we're going to move right along into our official announcements section right now. So as you are all probably pretty well aware now, and I'm going to try to hold it together through this announcement, Zach is going to be leaving us next month, if you have not heard. He is going to be one of the newest LEGO designers, going to awesome opportunity, and we're so proud to have another PortLUG member going off to Denmark to design all of these amazing LEGO sets that keep us in awe.
That was the cameraman and everyone online.
Yep. That's the guy who's trying to keep his voice down so you can hear the rest of the stuff out here.
Of course, what that means is that we are now going to have a gaping hole to fill in our social media capability. And so, if there is anybody out there who is savvy in social media, specifically Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, we're considering whether or not to dabble in Blue Sky. We're looking for help in that regard, because we'll need a social media person to step in and continue sharing all this amazing stuff that you guys are working on, promoting your mocks, sharing our events and conventions and what have you. So if you are interested in helping in that regard, please see Zach or myself. And just so some of you are aware, specifically you folks that are online right now, we may have to put virtual meetings on hiatus until that time is filled. So we are looking at other opportunities to keep the virtual folks engaged if we are required to do that. But we're hoping to have somebody fill that gap so that we can keep moving on in the same fashion. So please stay tuned for more info on that. And again, if you want to, if you have the capability to help us in that regard, that would be awesome. As far as our website goes, we're continuing to make more updates to that. It's kind of a slog because there's a lot that goes into it, and as this is all a volunteer effort, we can only work on it as we have time available. But we have been making great strides in improving the website. If you've been able to go on and take a look there, our events calendar is completely filled out through next month. We're going to be adding on a ton of stuff as more events are coming, as we flesh out the activity schedule for the remainder of the year, and some other things that we have cooking on the behind the scenes. We're also adding our meeting minutes to the admin page. So if you miss a meeting and want to see what's going on, you can go onto that page and get the rundown of the meeting. And we're also working on the back end on some social engagement stuff, which we hope to roll out next in the second half of the year. That's currently in the works right now. So stay tuned for more info on that. But thanks especially to Alan for all of his work in working improvements that we've been getting to enjoy. Then let's see. Oh, one more note talking about social media. Of course, we encourage everybody, if you're not following us on our two main channels, Facebook and Instagram, please follow us. Please like any posts that we put up there. If you can, throw a comment in the feed on any of the posts, even if it's just a thumbs up or a high five or a happy face or a heart emoji or whatever. Every single engagement that we have helps boost our numbers, that shows our engagement, that shows LEGO how engaged our community is in the wider world. That helps us out a lot. So if you're, doom scrolling on your phone, while watching, The Boys for the 5th time, give us a few likes, give us a few comments. Please help us boost that engagement so that we can share those big numbers with LEGO, because it helps us out a lot. And then, let's see, I have one more comment to make. We're always in need of donations, either in the form of sets, parts for games or mosaic projects, or straight up funds that help us put together events such as the picnic, which I'll be talking about in a few minutes. If you're interested in making a donation, you can see myself, you can see JJ or Kelly, and all of your donations are appreciated. I'll have a little incentive to throw out in a few minutes if you'd like to make a donation for a picnic. So hang tight for that announcement. But at present, I'd like to invite Kelly to come up. Kelly, for the new folks, she is our LUG ambassador who communicates directly with LEGO. So she's kind of our conduit between the community and the company, and she's got some info to share with us today.
And she's also a LEGO master.
Yeah, not too many updates today, actually. And so I think I mentioned at last month's meeting that PortLUG got selected to be one of the beta testers for this new Creative Boost program they're doing. Instead of activity support, they're doing this Creative Boost. And we got picked to be the recipients of the Botanicals Creative Boost package, where we can, it's about engaging the public. So at our events and things where we normally have done that big mosaic in the past, and we invite people to come make a little square and put it on a mosaic, we're kind of switching that up, and we're gonna be doing this, it's a botanical build, because that's what they're doing, and LEGO has picked us to try this out. So we got those sets. They sent us 15 botanical sets, which we're gonna open them all up and kind of just organize the pieces and put them out at our next event table and invite people to come and make a little flower and put it on it'll be a mosaic of flowers made by the public. So that's our update. We have those received. We haven't done that out yet or parted them out yet, but we're gonna be doing that for the Westside Comic Con event that we're doing in end of May, I believe. So that's kind of exciting, and we'll try that out and see how it goes. And then I think I mentioned at last month's meeting that we applied for this new community outreach program they were doing with them in conjunction with Maersk, the Maersk model that are coming out, and we applied to try to be the recipients of the Maersk community build, but we did not get selected for that. So that's not a big deal. I think it's actually because we got picked to be a beta tester of the Botanicals Creative Boost program, we didn't get picked to do the Maersk. So anyway, I'm just letting you know, because I said that at the last meeting, but just to let you know, we did not get picked for that. And then what else? Other updates in the land is they are putting out the suggestion that LUGs have their ambassador be limited on their terms. Whether they want ambassadors to serve a term limit of 4 years is the recommendation, and then to try to switch it out. And they want to try to keep things fresh, just to try to keep new perspectives in there. It's not a rule, they didn't make it a rule, they made it a suggestion, so we can decide if, in 4 years, if we want to do that, we'll figure that out. But anyway, that's the newest update that's coming out, and I just figured I'd keep everyone posted on what's going on. So I know I just stepped into this role and I'm still figuring things out, so I guess that means I have 4 years. If I know somebody else is gonna do it. That's all right though. Yeah, and I think that's about it. Those are the most important updates that are coming out on the land right now. Otherwise, nothing else. But if there's more opportunities that come up, I will be applying for them and I will keep you all posted.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, Kelly already gave you the load opportunity for one of our events coming up next month, so I will use that as a segue to go into all of the activities that we've got coming up over the next couple of months. If you haven't checked out our events calendar on the website yet, we've got quite a number of social opportunities for you all to enjoy during the week, throughout the month. Right now we're up to 3 different Bricks and Booze events. You have your options of going to Salem. There's one that's out in Beaverton, and now there's a brand new one in Southeast in the Montvilla neighborhood. Tog, other Grant, he runs the one down in Salem, and Todd, he is the host of the 2 in Beaverton and Montvilla. Those dates are posted up on our calendar. The next one going on is April 16th. That's next week.
Yep.
That one's going to be out in Beaverton. It's at 6:30. All you got to do is show up, bring a Lego set if you got one. You can build it there, or you can build one from the library of sets that he makes available. It's a good time. Just hang out, chat with other AFOLs and community members, build something, enjoy an adult beverage, kick back for an evening instead of watching the news. And then the next one we've got coming up is a PortLUG hosted event. We're going to be back at the Five and Dime Pub that's in Southeast on Foster. That's where we had our trivia night, for those of you who attended that. That was a great turnout. It's a fun venue. They got hot dogs, you can get pizza and other food there. They got really good drinks and brews there. This month though, we're gonna be hosting a bingo night. So if you would like to come out and socialize with your fellow LUG members, it's gonna be an interactive event. We're gonna have some prizes. We're gonna have some other fun stuff going on. So come and join us on April 21st. That's a Tuesday night at Five and Dime Pub on Foster. You can find more information about that up on our events calendar. Then moving on to, and just for your awareness too, we're gonna do one more build challenge in May. That's gonna be back here. It's gonna be similar. No, actually, it's not going to be similar at all. We're going to be doing a build challenge here on May 19th. That's another Tuesday night. Bring a baggie full of your own parts. You're going to be given a seed part and a theme. You got to build something to that, incorporating those seed parts, and then we'll have a few prizes for folks who participate. So again, find more information about that up on our events calendar, and we'll be reminding you with emails going out in the coming little while. So moving on to our PortLUG meeting in May, because Bricks Cascade is coming at the end of this month and then rolling over into May, it's kind of butting up against what would be our normal PortLUG meeting time. So we are scratching next month's PortLUG meeting. There will be no meeting on May 9th. In lieu of that, the nice folks at Bricks Cascade have given us a window to meet at the event on Friday afternoon. That's May 1st at 3 p.m. So if you are at Bricks Cascade in the afternoon on that day, we'll be having a little bit more informal gathering. We might turn it into some kind of brainstorm or other kind of challenge. You're all still encouraged to participate. You'll get your meeting credit for showing up. So if you're in the hall on that Friday, come join us. We're gonna meet for just an hour and do something fun. But you are off the hook for a May meeting next month. And then that will roll us into our June meeting, which will once again be our annual summer picnic. This year, we're looking at changing it up a little bit. Instead of having our picnic at a host's house, we're looking at renting a large picnic space at one of the community parks that are here in Portland. We're currently looking at Lentz Park and Mount Scott Park, as they both have large picnic bases for group activities. We'll be evaluating which one of those will be best, but we're likely going to choose one of those. Those are both located in kind of the southeast area. In lieu of doing our traditional barbecue grill for ease of purpose this year, we are considering either bringing in a bunch of pizzas or bringing in stuff to do a taco bar. So you have 10 seconds. And I'm gonna poll everybody. Who would be interested in pizza? Hold those hands up. Who would be interested in a taco bar? Whoa.
I feel like other people have stronger opinions. I'd be happy with either of these. I feel like
Taco bar is way too stressful.
I was gonna say, there's one vote for pizza online, but it doesn't tip the scales.
So what we will probably do, we kind of anticipated this, and we will.
2 pizzas and 1 taco, but yeah, it's definitely a lot of tacos here in
PortLUG will probably,
here in the
what we'll
meeting.
do is PortLUG will purchase all of the proteins, tortillas, and maybe some side dishes. We've got a couple options available to us. And then we'll be looking to all of you to, similar to past picnics, do potluck style stuff. So bring condiments, for tacos and nachos, salsas and peppers and whatever else you like, tortilla chips. We'll have a sign up on the website that'll be going up. Probably later in May-ish. Don't want to overlap too much stuff to overwhelm you guys at the same time. But look for that to come, and we'll once again have a fun time outdoors. We'll be probably looking for folks who can help out with tables and pop-up tents and other stuff for that. But yeah, we'll have a good time and keep our fingers crossed for good weather. Also, at our summer picnic, as in past events, we will be holding our annual PortLUG fundraising raffle. Lego has donated a few sets to us that we have as prizes, however, and some pretty cool stuff too. But we are in need of some more raffle prizes to give away, so we're encouraging anybody out there who has the ability and the interest to donate a raffle prize that will go into our pool. And as a little kind of extra incentive, if you donate any Lego products priced between $20 and $50, you'll get 5 free raffle tickets. If you donate anything valued over $50, you'll get 10 free raffle tickets. So you'll kind of get a little edge up in the raffle drawing. Last year, because of all of your generosity, we had, last year, all of the prizes were donated by LUG members, and they were some great prizes. We have a few seed things this year, but we would like to get more into the pool, hence our ask for some donations. But last year, all of you donated upwards of $1,500 to PortLUG, which was amazing. That blew all of our previous raffles out of the water. We know times are tough right now. The economy sucks. We're putting more money in our gas tanks than we are in our Lego bins. But every little bit helps. It helps us pay for our web hosting. It helps us pay for the picnic stuff going on. It helps us pay for the custom bricks that a lot of you have been enjoying getting for participating in our event displays. And so all of those donations that we get and those funds go to help supporting PortLUG by providing the prizes that we can provide, the games and everything that we want to put on for you guys to come out and enjoy. So please consider. If you would like to make a donation, you can bring those to the PortLUG meeting at Brooks Cascade next month if you're going to be around. Otherwise, you can contact either myself or Kelly, and we will figure out a way to connect with you with regards to that. But every little bit helps, and we certainly appreciate anything that you can help us out with in that regard. So one more thing on the local events list before I start looking at the AFOL stuff, and I'm going to try to keep us moving now, is as Kelly mentioned, we're going to be at Westside Comic Con at the end of May. That's the Saturday and Sunday of Memorial Day weekend. We will have a large booth there for mock displays, similar to what we do at Rose City Comic Con and Fan Expo. We will also be putting on 2 different panel events. We're currently conversing with event runners over there, but one is going to be open to the public how to mock panel that's going to be put on by some of our really talented builders here, and then the other is going to be some kind of mechanical workshop. When we have the specific details for those, we'll be sure to share those. But next week we'll be opening up a registration page for anybody who might or help out with our booth. So look for that info to come soon. Yeah, Mike.
Do you know yet if we'll have power drops and or room for GBC?
We will not have a power drop, and we will not be running a GBC at this point. Unfortunately. Yeah, we have to pay for it. And with our limited space, we've decided to omit the GBC from this event. So let's see, so that's all of the PortLUG associated stuff. Now looking at some of our AFOL events, Drew and Jessica were down in LA, and Kelly was there for a day, and Mike were down there, Martin was down there. Anybody want to share any comments about the LA show? This was its first time out. It was an interesting experience. Okay. Jessica?
We had a blast, and what didn't have like the public part wasn't really
Well organized.
well organized, but we had a great time, so that was fun.
That's putting it very kind. There were a few snafus at this one. They got a few bugs to work out. But
honestly, it was a lot of fun that if they do get those bugs worked out and actually kind of, obviously it was the first year.
It'll be a great show.
Yeah, it'll be a great show.
I think it was not well attended, so I think they didn't get the word out as much. That was I just popped in because I happened to be in LA at the same time. And I just came over for a couple hours in the middle of the day, and it was definitely pretty sparsely attended, but it was a really well, it functioned really well. Yeah. I thought there was so much potential here, so for a first run effort for it, to bring it back, I thought it was really good. Yeah.
The space is great, the hotel is great, there's a lot of really good stuff.
There's good food nearby. It's right across the street from the airport, so it's super easy access. Yeah, there was an error in the ticketing page, and so it was difficult for people to find where to buy public tickets.
But the vendors were great.
Yeah.
The MOCs, the mocks were great.
Yeah.
The people had a really good turnout. And
yeah, there were builders. If you're familiar with going to a lot of these shows, there were builders from everywhere. Denver, Utah, Texas. Didn't see many Canadians, but a lot of familiar faces. And I will say, just because of the lack of public, it let a lot of the AFOLs have extra time really appreciating other people's work and connecting with other folks from other areas. And so that I feel was great because I tend to be scarce during public hours. Yeah, they're going to be back in January. They're going to be moving their date a little bit forward, so that's 8 months from now. I'm sure they'll be getting this reg page on pretty soon. If you're interested in going to LA.
I heard they were going to have a Disneyland thing. Did that happen?
Yep. Yeah, they had a hosted trip to Disneyland the day after. Quite a few people went to that.
Universal the day before.
So next on the list is Briggs Cascade coming up in, I think somebody told me 19 days. So hope y'all are making progress on your mocks. Get those registered. I can say as a theme coordinator at a different event, don't show up with your mock unregistered on the day of, because that's really going to annoy your theme coordinator.
If you have anything more than that, 2 base plate by 2 base plate, you better reach out now.
Yeah, somebody hear that?
Somebody dropped a 14-foot mock on Classic 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah, that's, unfortunately, it's gonna be canceled, so we base adjustments for it, and we'll get it, but yeah, if you're gonna bring something big, even if you weren't doing it last minute, because at this point it's last minute, even if you weren't doing it last minute, talk to somebody. If you don't know who the team coordinator is, reach out to any of the PortLUG people and Briggs Cascade people, like, make sure you're getting in touch with somebody, because then you're gonna keep me up all night.
Be kind to your team coordinators.
And bring cash.
Just FYI, if you have not yet registered for Briggs Cascade, you have 4 days left for that $85 registration. Then it goes up to 105. Does that sound right?
Sure. It's about like 140 at the door.
Yeah. So 400 at the door.
So a gallon of gas.
Yeah, it sounds that way. Do any of the other Briggs Cascades folks in the room want to share any information, or Troy?
So I'm team coordinator for Star Wars. If you're doing that for Just Our Village, please register so we know how many people bringing something, so we can adjust accordingly. So we're going to tier them so we can get more stacks in one area. And when you register, please add DSV or Just Our Village to your description so we can get it counted.
Because we're aiming to outdo bunkers. And now I've got a list, I'll show you. So this is our list of Death Star Village.
Oh, wow.
That are already mostly completed. If the hunter doesn't like get on the ball and do his shooting range, that's going to be
on to get on.
One thing I forgot to mention is we are going to soonish, I'm hoping next week, we're going to get a Death Star Village page up on the website so you all know what's been done, what's still available, and the specs if you want to build one of those. Yeah.
Question online, how do we register a GBC? Is that just in the Technic theme with a GBC note?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Rick?
All right.
That'll be under Technic, just no GBC, we'll get you there. So.
Awesome. There you go. Thank you.
Classic just wants to pitch the mini Landia parade. I was looking at the mock registration list, and I know we're only 3 weeks out. The list still seems a little bit light, so I'm sure folks have plans or whatever they're not getting good, or announcing, but we're kind of light on the mini Landia parade this year. I know people want to do stuff, I've heard things here and there. Just a reminder that, it's a small mock category. We do it every year for builders that don't necessarily have huge libraries of parts, who are wanting something small and clever, and don't want to spend 6 months to plan it out. So I'll be hammering on that a little bit more on the websites, and social medias and all that sort of thing. We're still looking for it, and it's a prize category for classic. So you can win a trophy that is commensurate with any of the other scales of trophies throughout the convention. Just wanted to pitch that again.
I didn't hear the first of what you said. What?
It's the mini Landia parade. So we started, originally it was the PortLUG Bike Parade, and it was just small builds. So it's a theme, it's a parade. We take bikes, we take small vehicles, we put 4 wide because it's classic, parade floats, they don't need to be 4 wide, anything with wheels. It's really kind of silly. We have a, seems like we've got a little bit of a collaboration with a naked bike ride contingent. We always get a few, but this year it seems like it's going to be bigger. The first year that we did it, the prize winner was 7 pieces. Somebody had done the Unipiper, and it was fantastic. And that was, again, you're getting a trophy for a full lock trophy for a 7-part build. It was clever. It was really, really well done. And that's what we kind of want to see. We want to see smaller, clever builds. We want to see people have fun. And again, it's anything that's sort of like wheels, anything that kind of keeps people going, and is generally in the classic scale.
Thank you.
Any other theme coordinators want to go?
Yeah, I'm a theme coordinator for the town and country theme, and so feel free to reach out. It will be the same as last year for those that attended, but we'll have, so one new thing that we've done, we'll be sponsoring the 2 train loops circling around the entirety of town, and then this year our inner line will be 9. So for those that are running 9 trains, or perhaps some of those that we've got that option. That's an upgrade we can make as well. And then, anything else? Okay, so, yeah, there's Jason Bond, has got along West Street. Oh, yeah, Jason, you want to be, Jason?
Anything Wild West, talk to me.
Yeah, and you guys have a separate kind of,
It's in town and country.
it's in the town and country theme, but it's a separate.
Collab, Old West collab.
We finally got the collab page updated on the website to include Seaport, the western area.
Yeah, my description and stuff wasn't up on there though. I emailed, but.
We can check on that.
On the Cascade.
We have just a general collabs page. Yeah. Yes. On the PortLUG page. So, to clarify, on the new PortLUG website, we have put a collaborations page on there so you have visibility into all the different collaborations that are available to you to join. Some of them are PortLUG hosted, some of them are Bricks Cascade hosted, but there is kind of just general descriptions and contact info for all of those collabs. So if you want to join Town and Country, Seaport, Wild West, Death Star Village, Minilandia, and there's a handful of others, you can find information about who to connect with if you want to participate in any of those collabs. A lot of them are just, pick one and participate. Some of them have some requirements that you will need to check in with the coordinator first, but it's usually for just specific details about how things link together. But you can find information about a lot of those on the PortLUG website. Under I think it's on the community tab.
Community, yep.
Yeah. So yeah, come look for that. All right, I'm gonna keep us rolling along here so we can get to our show and tell. But just a couple other events after Bricks Cascade. The big mega event, Brick World in Chicago, is June 17 through 21. That registration is open for anybody who wants to go out to Chicago. And then Brick Slopes in Utah is sliding 1 week later this year. They're going to be at the very end of August, August 27 through 30, and their registration is also open. Both of those are a lot of fun and a lot of great people to visit there. So that's all I've got on my list for today. I'll say once again, keep your eye on the website for updates. Please help us boost our social by liking and commenting. If you're able to make a donation to PortLUG in any way, everything's appreciated. It helps us keep doing stuff for you guys, offering events, games, activities, prizes, what have you. And then I think, look for us next month. Again, we'll be meeting at Bricks Cascade on Friday the 1st, 3 o'clock in the main hall. No meeting next month. So I'm gonna roll us into our show and tell session right now. It looks like we got a good number of you that participated in this month's build challenge. So Gonna do something a little bit differently this time because we need to shift gears right after this to get ready for our panel presentation, which we're going to put on advanced building techniques. We've got 4 awesome builders who are going to put on a little seminar this afternoon about different building techniques that you might have considered, but might be a little intimidating because of their technicality. So we're going to be looking at mechanical uses in mechs and in stuff like GBC and motorized. We'll be looking at greebling and the different ways to do that, and different techniques for landscaping. So if any of those sound appealing to you, you'll definitely want to hang out and see what kind of tips and tricks you can learn from these builders this afternoon. So what I'd like to do now is, for those of you who brought a show and tell item today, please feel free to kind of come along the side here, share with us what you brought and kind of your little description behind it. Everybody who participated today gets a prize. So as you work your way down the table, come grab a bag of parts. And after you give your description of your build, please take your mop with you, because we have to clear off the table. Feel free to, Walter, why don't you kick us off?
Okay.
Or Laura.
Sorry. Well, I just had the build challenge, and I and yet it doesn't have paper clips in it because I could not figure that out in scale, but I might find some on stickers and add them later. It's cute.
Yes, take your box with you.
Grab a bag of parts.
All right. For me, this one's kind of hard to tell, so I'm bringing it to the camera. But I've made a curling rink to represent the little TIFF up at the Olympics. But using macaroni bricks, and I have to be able to take it someplace so it actually snaps off so I can store it quickly and take things away. Also, I'm the microscale theme coordinator at Bricks Cascade. Talk to me about anything microscale and just let me know what's coming. Please, if it's Micropolis, take a picture so I have an idea of the scale of your Micropolis.
TC, no, I actually have to go, so I will not be filming the panel today. Sorry.
Hi, my name's Hunter, and this is a microcosm of a build that I have ready for Cascade. So it's going to look like this, but a lot bigger. And so this has been my environment recently.
Take the box with you.
Grab a bag of parts.
Hi, my name's Pete, and I just threw this together this morning because I procrastinated it, and I call it PortLUG because it's a bunch of gnomes at a Lego meeting.
Next, I didn't get a chance to read the dimensions, but I figured, well, and build as high as I can. I figured I might as well have my sig fig be a post-apocalyptic survivalist, and the title of it is Hot and Ready in a Pizza Shop.
Go for it, Alex. Hi, I'm Alex, and this is Prince John, my favorite character from the 1980s cartoon Robin Hood. And so an 8x8, and then it has a little throne room in there too. So yeah, pretty. I thought a pretty cool little mop.
Hi, I'm Yano from The Block on Instagram. This is from the Owl House, which is a great animated Disney series. For Valentine's Day habitat challenges, I've been making lesbian cartoon couples. So I've got 6 of them built that will stack in a pyramid in the pop culture this year. So this is the top of the stack. Little sunset trans window. That's
Mine is pretty simple. It's in ink.
It's me in a castle, and it's Viking themed. So yeah, she's in a castle and she's a Viking.
So in the continuation of my having just ahead a month before Brooks Cascade hotels, I'm working on my Cookie Monster novel. It will be limited by how many nets I can acquire fast enough. I have about 100 right now in hand. I have like another 100 in the mail, and more studs and boat slides also coming. So it's still not going to be enough to make the full body like I want.
How's the voiceover work for it?
All right, so the voice is part of the reason I picked Cookie Monster. One, because blue is a relatively cheap color. Two, I can do the voice pretty well. So, me love cookie. If, like, lavender wasn't so expensive and I could do the voice better, I want to make it count on count. Take it.
I'm not on.
Hello, I'm Mike. For this month's build challenge, I built my husband and my sig figs enjoying a typical Friday night, plopped on the couch, watching baking shows, our favorite snacks in front of us, and because I'm a screen addict, I'm also playing on my Switch, so it's Friday night in.
Okay, so I contributed to the Death Star Village. This is my version of the Dark Magic show.
Watch your battery
I'm a big fan of
box.
Star Wars, but I'm a big fan of having a warped sense of humor. So I got Darth Vader chopping Jar Jar Binks in half. I went in at a 45 and then had to learn how to straighten it out, so that was a challenge. And lighting and stuff, I wanted to give it a futuristic, like 1940s theater vibe, so that's where I'm at. Oh, and this would be if it were a set, it would be the most expensive set on Lego, but it comes with over 1,000 extra pieces and 21 2/3 minifigs.
2/3. I like that. 2/3.
Well, my habitat, of course, had to be a spaceship because Artemis 2 going in. So, yeah, just living space, cargo, fuel.
That's awesome.
There we go.
That's great.
While working on another mock, I inadvertently built Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah.
So I had to make a appropriately sized Aqua Teen to go with it.
I've been wanting to do this since January, but I keep forgetting it. But I got the whole Christmas reindeer stormtroopers on speeder bikes showing Vader, but doing the whole set and bringing it wasn't going to work. It was just falling apart. So, but I have it set up. They actually curve around the gingerbread AT-AT.
Oh, nice.
So that's part of our Christmas display.
So for those who don't know, I'm Steve. This is a remake of this is my sort of remake of a canceled promotional set for Bionicle in 2008. And it's got a little propeller.
Nice.
Just goes to show how big a Bionicle fan I am.
For those of you who haven't met me, I'm Daniel. I decided to adhere to the Habitat Challenge, and I'm a big Speed Racer fan as of the last few years. Like, yeah. So I have I couldn't figure out what figure to do, and I wanted to keep it simple. And I have the Speed figure from the old 2008 sets, and I have had a lot of red and yellow bricks. So I was like, let's just recreate the end of the intro for the original show. So that's all this is.
There's nothing to it. It took me like 5 minutes to throw it together, but I'm pretty proud of it. I like how it came out.
So the challenge was like, okay, build a self-fig thing. I'm watching the news. So dumpster fire. And got the brick built a year at the bottom, and it's great because you can customize and update it every year as the dumpster fire continues.
Because the dumpster's still on fire. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and sharing your creations today. It's always fun to see how you guys get creative, especially when I drop stuff on you at the last minute. Right. So that is it for our meeting this month. Thank you, everybody, for participating. We're going to shift gears now. We're going to get ready for our panel, which will start at 2 o'clock. So you've got about a 10-minute break. If you would like to stay for the panel, and I encourage all of you too, if you'd like to learn some new tricks for building, hang out. Feel free to hang out. If you'd like to bug out and do some shopping or take off, whatever, then we will see you at Bricks Cascade. But thank you, everybody, for coming today. Our panel will start in about 10 minutes.
Thanks, folks. So yeah, as I mentioned to CC, I will not be able to stream the panel. One, I'm almost out of battery life, and I gotta go get more of my moving prep done. So thanks for hanging out today, and hope to see some of y'all before I leave, either at Bricks Cascade or at any of the other events. All right, bye.
Spare time to do your own.